This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
(8:45). This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is a news edited by Ramesh Piris and read by J. Yogaraj. First, the headlines. The President is focusing on administrating a third dose or a booster dose of the COVID-19 vaccine in Sri Lanka. The Sri Lankan government urges people to get vaccinated immediately to save lives from the rapidly spreading COVID-19 Delta strain. Sri Lanka's COVID death toll crosses a grim milestone of 5,000. A 3-day vaccination drive for unvaccinated people over 60 in the Western Province from Tuesday. The circular calling teachers and principals for duty amended. News overseas, another new variant of COVID-19 from Colombia spreading rapidly in South Florida. In sports, Tokyo Olympics 2020, Japan closes the curtains on the 2020 Olympic Games. And those are the headlines. Army Commander General Shavendra Silva stated that the President is focusing on administrating a third dose or a booster dose of the COVID-19 vaccine in Sri Lanka. The head of the National Operations Centre for Prevention of COVID-19 Outbreak said that a discussion with this regard was held with the task force. General Silva further said the President Gotabaya Rajapaksa clearly instructed that if other countries require such a booster shot, Sri Lanka too will have to do the same. Thereby, he added, the President has instructed to make an immediate request to obtain the required quantity. The Sri Lankan government is urging the people to get the COVID vaccine immediately to save lives from the rapidly spreading COVID-19 Delta strain. The Department of Government Information, issuing a statement, said the highly transmissible Delta variant of coronavirus is spreading rapidly across Sri Lanka like in many other countries of the world, and every person is at risk of getting infected. In order to avoid this danger, health authorities strongly advise the public to get vaccinated against coronavirus, not to participate in weddings, funerals and other similar events where people gather in large numbers, to wear a face mask when visiting public places, use sanitizers and maintain social distancing among the instructions that were announced by the Department of Government Information. The Ministry of Health today confirmed another 2,230 persons have tested positive for the novel coronavirus. All new COVID-19 cases reported today are associated with the New Year cluster. This brings the total number of COVID-19 cases identified in the country thus far to 329,268. Sri Lanka has reported a total of 293,357 recoveries from the virus so far. The death toll due to the virus currently stands at 5,017. This news comes to you from Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Get a personal loan for your marriage, education or housing within 24 hours with People's Bank Digital Banking.
The Government Information Department says people over 60 years of age and those with chronic illness in the Western Province who have not received the first dose of the COVID vaccine will be vaccinated for 3 days beginning next Tuesday, the 10th of August. The department announced that such unvaccinated people can dial 1906 to get registered for the vaccination. Police spokesman Senior DIG Ajit Rohana says the Community Policing Division of the Sri Lanka Police has commenced an operation to trace those who have not been vaccinated with even a single dose in the Colombo city. He said they had observed that a number of people in the Colombo city had not received the vaccine against COVID-19 owing to several reasons. The police spokesman also requested those who have not will be or still been vaccinated in Colombo city to get the vaccine without further delay. Minister of Environment Mahinda Amaravira says that a cabinet paper will be submitted in future to ban 8 items that are harmful to the environment. Addressing the Ministerial Consultative Committee on Environment in Parliament earlier this week, the minister said these include polythene bags, plastic hopper holders, plastic dishes, plastic cups and plastic spoons. Furthermore, the Minister of Environment said the law banning lunch skis will be strictly enforced with effect from 1st of September. He instructed the officers to increase the number of raids with regard to the ban. And that's local news.
Get a personal loan for your marriage, education or housing within 24 hours with People's Bank Digital Banking. People's Bank Digital Banking, your ultimate convenience.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
The Secretary of the Education Ministry has issued a letter to all education officials regarding the change in the previous decision to call all teachers and principals back for duty. As per the letter, the academic staff of schools are allowed to work from home as it is not necessary to call everyone to schools. This is due to the rapid spread of the COVID-19 epidemic. The letter also says that teachers should teach students using the online method or other alternative methods during the period of duty from home without coming to schools. And that came to you in Top News.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
In Washlight, the Ministry of Health has introduced 2 contact numbers for the public to clarify any issues related to hospitalization of COVID-19 patients. Accordingly, the people can contact 1-999 or 0117 966 366 for this purpose. I repeat, 1-999 hotline or 0117 966 366. Speaking further on the matter, the Health Ministry spokesperson Dr. Hemant Herath pointed out that it is up to take low-risk patients to a treatment center through the medical officer of health. And that came to you in Watchlight. And moving on to world news. The headlines, another new variant of COVID-19 from Colombia spreading rapidly in South Florida. The Taliban captures Kunduz, 3rd provincial capital, in 3 days. Saudi Arabia to allow in vaccinated Umrah pilgrims. And those are the headlines. And moving on to the stories in detail. A variant of COVID-19 that first originated in Colombia is now spreading in South Florida, and one health official said the Colombian strain has accounted for 10% of the positive cases being sequenced at the University of Miami's pathology lab. The World Health Organization has designated the new variant as one that requires further monitoring, meaning that the variant could pose significant risk in future. The Taliban has captured the city of Kunduz. The armed group said the 3rd provincial capital it had taken over in the last 3 days. A Taliban statement today said it has captured the police headquarters, the governor's compound and the prison in the city. Health officials of Kunduz said 14 bodies, including those of women and children, and more than 30 injured people have been taken to hospital. Sunday's takeover comes after the group seized the provinces of Nimruz and Jauzan in the last 2 days. Kunduz had previously fallen to the group of 2015 and 2016. Saudi Arabia is to begin accepting vaccinated foreign visitors to the holy cities of Mecca and Medina as part of the Umrah pilgrimage. The authorities will begin taking travel requests from tomorrow. The kingdom closed its borders some 18 months ago because of coronavirus pandemic. And that's world news.
Development News is brought to you by
Quality matters than price. So as an engineer, I recommend Melva RB500. It's made with virgin billets using the latest technology. Melva RB500, #1 in Sri Lanka. Truly Sri Lankan.
Win lakhs and lakhs with CIB Janajaya. 40% discount for your bills till 15th of August. 6 hand tractors at the Grand Row. CIB Janajaya.
The Foreign Minister Dinesh Gunawardena said at a meeting of a Ministerial Consultative Committee of Foreign Affairs held in Parliament recently that all steps have been taken to expedite sending Sri Lankan for Korean employment opportunities which have been delayed due to the prevailing COVID-19 situation. The minister said that the matter had already been discussed at the diplomatic level, and the Korean ambassador had made a special proposal to provide employment opportunities to Sri Lankans in the agricultural sector in Korea. And that came to you in Development News.
Development News was brought to you by
Quality matters than price. So as an engineer, I recommend Melva RB500. It's made with virgin billets using the latest technology. Melva RB500, number one in Sri Lanka. Truly Sri Lankan.
Win lakhs and lakhs with CIB Janajaya. 40% discount for your bills till 15th of August. 6 hand tractors at the Grand Row. CIB Janajaya.
In sports, Tokyo Olympics 2020. The Tokyo Olympics have officially come to an end. During closing ceremonies this evening, the IOC President Thomas Bach declared the games closed. The next summer games will be held in Paris in 2024. Just like competitions during this year's games, fans were not present for the closing ceremony due to the coronavirus pandemic. The Olympic flame was extinguished as fireworks shot up into the sky. On the final day of the competition, United States athletes picked up 3 more gold medals, giving the Americans a 39-38 edge over China in the final gold medal count. Overall, the United States easily outdistanced all countries in the overall medal count, including gold, silver and bronze medals, with 113 for US, 88 for China and 71 for host Japan. And that was sports news.
Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply. Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
Sunquick Lanka Private Limited, the joint venture company between Co-Ro AS Denmark and CW Mackey PLC, was certified as one of the great places to work by the independent evaluators at Great Place to Work in Sri Lanka. Sunquick Lanka Private Limited earned this credential based on the extensive ratings provided by its employees in an anonymous survey conducted by Great Place to Work. And that was Business News.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money. Contributory deposit of 1,000 rupees from NSB when your child enters grade 1. Open a Hapan Children's Service account for your kid today. Higher interest. Conditions apply.
In economic news, Sri Lanka Telecom, the national ICT service provider, and Epic Technology Group, one of the leading digital technology solution providers in the region, have launched the Helaviru Digital Economic Center online platform for the first time in South Asia. Helaviru Agro Produce and Commodities Trading Platform is a cloud-based digital marketplace that facilitates trading activities of agriculture and farm produce. And that was economic news.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
The Met Department has issued an amber alert for heavy showers above 100 millimeters for some districts today. Accordingly, heavy showers above 100 millimeters will occur at times in the western, Sabarakamu, central and northwestern provinces and in Galle and Mathura districts. Showers or thunder showers will occur at a few places in the Uva province and eastern province and in Mullaitivu district during the evening or night.
Weather Report was sponsored by
Dialogue, in partnership with the Ministry of Education, introduces Nanasa, a trilingual educational mobile app with video-based lessons for grade 1 to A-levels. Now your child can study with ease on your mobile with no subscription fee.
Before we wind up this news broadcast, let's look at the main points once again. The President is focusing on administering a third dose or a booster dose of the COVID-19 vaccine in Sri Lanka. The Sri Lankan government urges people to get vaccinated immediately to save lives from the rapidly spreading COVID-19 Delta strain. Sri Lanka's COVID death toll crosses grim milestone of 5,000. A 3-day vaccination drive for unvaccinated people over 60 years in the Western Province from Tuesday. The circular calling teachers and principals for duty amended. And with that, we conclude this news bulletin of Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.